Hey everyone, welcome back to another coaching video. Today I've got some clips from a Diamond 2 1s coaching session I did and got some really good insights from it. So I hope you learned something useful and enjoy the video. But before that, sponsor time. AOEA allows you to buy and sell Rocket League items at great prices. Whichever platform you're on, you can find that last item to finish off your preset. Use code VMN at checkout for a discount. And I'll leave the link to AOEA down in the description, so be sure to check that out. Yeah, so see with the side flip kickoff. So all you have to do is the side flip kickoff. So you're turning like a little bit. Let me just open the fly mode. Yeah, see how you've kind of like turned to the side just a tiny bit, right? You're facing like this line here.
Yeah.
I actually like to turn a lot more to the side. Like this. Okay. And then it's more of, oh sorry, it's drawn on the goal. And then it's more of like a side flip down this way.
Yeah.
And it's gonna give you like a better center positioning on the ball to then win the 50, right? Because I think when you do this, see how you're on the right side a little bit too much, and you have to kind of correct yourself as you come in.
Yeah.
This makes your kickoff very readable from his side because he can see your car and the way that you're coming in, right?
Yeah.
Whereas see if you're on the center of the ball, like see if you're look at your perspective, you can't really see this guy. I mean, you can see him a little bit better because you're really far out. But imagine you're in the center of the ball, he's gonna really struggle to see like how you're gonna take this kickoff, either left or right. Yeah. Whereas since you're coming in from this way, he knows that you're doing this, and then he can counter it however he pleases. You know, he can put it to the side, he can try and 50 it this way, so he can boost. So it's kind of going to add a bit more unpredictability to your play.
Yeah.
Or to your kickoff. Nice. He gives us the ball for free. Gives us the ball for free again.
And I completely whiffed.
A little bit of a blunder, yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to take it to the side with me, but I just missed.
Yeah. Like play the space on the far side. I think you had a good idea here. I think this is a good play, but I think there's something maybe you could do that's a little bit better. So playing the space here is good. So we'll give that like give that a plus. I think this is the same in 2s and 3s as well. See if you have possession in your half, and you have good control over the ball like this, right? So you can kind of fly up at any moment, you can put this past him, you can catch it, like there's a lot of things you can do. You can use these moments of uncertainty for your opponent to bait them in, right? And since you can see him as well, like he's in your like cone of vision, you've got a good eye on him, you can like react to his movements and try and bait him in, and then react to what he does.
Okay.
So you can only really do this when you have control over the ball. So, you know, whenever you're in this position where you see your opponent, the ball's in your favor, and you can take like a controlled play. Always give it a little bit of time to see if you can get this guy to come towards you, right? And you want to just be staring at him this whole time as well. Like, don't think about your play too much. Like, stare at this guy and be like, okay, I'm waiting for him to do something. And then if he does something and he actually goes for the commit, bang, you're past him, right? And you just get a free goal.
Yeah.
And it's even more so in 1s because there's no second defender, right? It's just a free goal if you bait this guy in. And it's one of these like prime positions to do it. So this is a good play in my opinion. So we do the kickoff. Again, the side flip's really wide, so it makes our kickoff really poor.
Yeah.
You turn here and take possession. And at this point, it's the exact same thing as before, right? It's literally the exact same thing. So see here, if we look at our opponent, he obviously prioritizes the boost. And then at this moment, we have rights to this ball, right? We're closer. So he has to close a lot more distance, whereas we're much closer, which means we can always outplay this guy 100% of the time.
Even though I have like 20 boosts and he has 100?
Yeah, 100% because it's on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, so boost doesn't really matter when it comes to the wall, because you can use the wall to recover. So like if I have 20 boost, this is something I want to talk about, the play that you did as well. So I like that you're going for this. So I think the two things that you've not realized here is that you have rights to this ball. That's the first thing that you need to realize. And that means, again, it's like before, you have control, you have possession, and you have rights to the ball, which means you can play off of his movements, right? Because you have this, so let's just cut his path off to be kind of equal to yours. So now these two lines are equal, right?
Yeah.
You have this amount of time to react.
Okay.
So this amount of time for his car traveling from here to here, you're going to know he's committing on it. You have this amount of time to react. And before it's like a 50-50. Yeah, because right now it's like 75-25 in your favor based off distance.
Yeah.
So you can play that 25% until it's 50-50. And anywhere before that 25%, you're going to beat this guy. And then something to consider, since you're in this position, is the wall, right? And the fact that you have little boost. And you can outplay this guy without committing too hard.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is you like single jump, tap the ball, and then land on the wall. Do like a wave dash or something. Yeah, obviously you don't need to do a wave dash, that would just be better recovery. And then you're still staying in control of the ball. This forces this guy to go back and start shadowing you. And then you're still in this controlled position afterwards, right, when you come off of the wall.
Yeah.
And then you can start attacking with a little boost. And hopefully you're gonna get like a flick. And then either you're gonna score, or you're not gonna score, and you're gonna reset, get boost, and then it goes back to normal. So see here, like see, imagine you single jump here. It's the exact same thing, right? The flip just kills your attack, and it gives him position.
Yeah.
So you could single jump, recover on the wall right here, and then you're still on the ball.
Yeah.
You've got rights to it, and this guy can't do anything. Flipping back. Okay, I would maybe see when you're resetting like this.
Yeah.
So you made a conscious decision to reset and go back and defend. Front flips are a very poor way to reset and recover.
Okay.
So you can get a lot more value out of distance by side flipping, and then using a little burst of boost, and that's going to put supersonic really quickly. Whereas when whereas when you front flip, obviously if you use boost, it's going to counteract your forward momentum, and if you're not using boost, it's not the fastest way to reset, right?
Yeah.
So
I think I felt at this point I didn't need to be back super fast, so I wanted to save up the boost, but it does make sense, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I can see what you mean. You want to conserve boost and stuff, and I think that's good as well. It's just in this scenario, you want to apply pressure to this guy before it gets into this kind of critical area where he can like either outplay you on the wall, he can demo you, he can give some more options when he gets here, right?
Corner is relatively safe, right? As defender.
What did you say, sorry?
A corner is like a relatively safe area, right? As defender, when you're defending. Or no, I felt like it's more favored for the defender than the attacker in ones.
Yeah, it can be. It depends how controlled the opponent, is on the corner.
Yeah.
If he's like, let's say the ball's here, and he's on the ball, like right beside it, it's pretty easy as an attacker to outplay the defender, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways that he can quickly manipulate the ball, up, down, he can go for demos. There's a lot of options, especially in ones. And you obviously all the time, as much as you can in ones, you want to apply pressure.
Yeah.
All the time. And what's going to allow you to do that is like a side flip on these pads, and then you're cutting in, right?
Yeah.
And it's like really fast. You might even get possession. Maybe. It would be close, you know? Like you're going to force him, like let's say you're here.
Yeah.
You're going to force him to shoot or do something. Already at this point. Imagine so I'm just thinking from his position. If he doesn't fly here, he just cuts round, he's going to put the top right corner.
Yeah.
If he's a good player. Like it's a really strong attack. This is again the corner thing, right? It's not on the corner, it's close to the corner, and he's controlled on it. So he can obviously hook it, he can do lots of different plays. So yeah, just rotation wise, side flips with a little bit of boost. I'll put you supersonic real quick.
Yeah.
And allow you to apply a little bit more pressure in defense too. This is very dangerous. Yeah. We carried that aggression a little bit too far here, I think. This is like this is the opposite scenario from before, right? This is you on the opposite side.
Far away. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got rights to this ball now, I think. Because it's got momentum.
It's moving towards him. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to first close distance to this point, whereas he just goes up and he's got it. But he's got the shorter distance to the ball. He's now got the initiative. And that's completely your fault for giving it away, right?
Yeah.
Like with this touch, it was too heavy.
Closer there.
Yes, so you touch this ball too heavy, and then at this point you have to realise, ah shit, you know, I touched this ball too heavy, I've just given away possession, that's my bad, you know? Whereas you're kind of like, I'm going to force this regardless, you know, I can still get this ball. We're not really respecting the fact that this guy, or we're not respecting the mistake that we made already.
Yeah.
And it kind of results in this pretty pro 50 on the corner. So what I would do instead here is just, I'd stay aggressive. I like what you're doing, the aggression. I just wouldn't jump off the wall. It's again this kind of committing on the flips, like on the wall before, after the kickoff. Flips are very dangerous if you're playing them in a committing way, where you're gonna end up hitting the ball hard. It's gonna get away from you. Flips can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
So a very similar scenario. Just stay on the wall. I'd maybe turn around, convert into shadowing afterwards. Just see if he'll pass the ball. And if he doesn't, then you're just shadowing him all the way back. Looking for an opportunity to cut in. Obviously you're going to pressure and hope that eventually he's going to pass to you from the pressure. Or shoot or something like that. And yeah.
I hoped he would just touch it bad and I could catch it for free, but it was not smart at all.
Yeah, I think this will come with your own... So see when you start doing what we talked about just a moment ago, and you start like realizing when you've taken a bad touch. So before you made a bad touch that gave the enemy possession, when you start realizing when you're doing this, you're going to start being able to notice when the enemy are doing it. And this guy just did exactly what you did, right? He hit it the wrong way, and he just gave you possession. And if you realize that he just gave you possession, you're going to be on this ball pronto, right? You're going to be on it right away. You just speed for this, it's completely yours. And then you start attacking. And there's no way this guy beats you to this ball ever. You just go for it. But yeah, I think that's something that's gonna come with you first, realizing when you're doing it, and then kind of be able to see when the enemies do it afterwards.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gone for the boost. I think it was just
a bit greedy. Yeah, I'd maybe go for the mid boost instead here. I love to see you do so what you did before when you took control, right? And you slowed down, you took the ball. That was really good. And I think you can probably do that here again. So every time you get the opportunity to do that, this has to be your #1 priority. This is the best way to score in Rocket League. Take control, set up a ground to air dribble. Every single time. Like this is in every single game I play these days. It's literally just if I'm against good opponents, they're always just getting control of the ball and they're doing a ground to air dribble. It's the most boring meta in the world, you know? It's so boring.
But I'm not consistent enough to do them yet. My mechanics are so poor. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I used to be terrible with mechanics as well. And you can get really high with bad mechanics, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I managed to reach SSL with terrible mechanics. And then that's when I started getting problems, right? Like, I started struggling against really mechanical SSL players. And that's when I had to kind of take a lot of time away and train my mechanics. But more so than ever, I think, you have to train your control mechanics. Just because people are getting more mechanical, right? So I think it's harder to reach SSL and stuff these days without mechanics because people are very mechanical. And yeah, I would just, I mean, even if you don't feel comfortable doing ground to air dribbles, just set up that perfect bounce dribble like you did before.
Yeah.
Just hit it like this and then stick with it, right? And then just wait for this guy to come in and challenge you, and then you're popping it past him. Nice and easy.
So if it would be one mechanic I'd have to practice most, would be the ground to air dribble, right?
100%. Yeah, 100%. I'll give you, obviously I do like post-session notes, and I've got like a training section in those notes, so I will get some training packs for you that I would personally use for ground to air dribbles. And wall to air dribbles and stuff, those control mechanics. Anyway guys, that's all from me. Hopefully you'll go away from this video with a renewed sense of purpose and at least a few things to focus on. And if you did, consider dropping me a like, a comment or a subscribe. Also join our Discord community down below and shoot me a DM if you're interested in coaching.